All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sean Kerrigan, COO and co-founder for Plus, and I'm excited to share a little more with you about some of the announcements that we've made this week. Now, before I go into the announcements, I'd like to share a little bit more background on how we're thinking about the overall market and the company as context for some of these announcements that we're making now. So first, as an autonomous technology company, we're really excited that this technology is just now on the cusp of commercialization in the next couple of years. So if you think about it, over the last 10 years, there's been tremendous progress on a lot of fronts. And with that, we've gotten to the point now where the technology is getting increasingly mature, including in particular the advancements in AI over the last couple of years. Second, on a regulatory front, we're really now in a good spot where it's actually allowed in most states to commercially operate autonomous trucks already. And there's growing support for a national federal regulatory framework. And then finally, I think we've got great engagement across the entire ecosystem. So this isn't just about the autonomous technology developer. This is also about having vehicle platforms that are ready. Vehicles that have all the different tier 1 components that are needed, having the public trust in place, having all the other parts of the ecosystem come together in order to make this happen. So before I go into some of the things we're doing, I just want to talk a bit about why we think this is such an exciting market. So our view is that autonomy will be the biggest innovation since the invention of the diesel engine. Right? This is going to introduce substantial improvements in terms of overall efficiency, as well as improvements in terms of safety and sustainability. So you can see here, just from an economic standpoint, there's very compelling reasons to go autonomous. This introduces about 40 to 50% value creation versus freight transportation today. As you think about that value that's created from this technology, it's clear that this is not really a demand problem. Is that there's demand for this technology out there? This is really a supply constraint problem of how do you produce and release technology at scale to be able to capture and create this type of value. So at Plus, we believe that one of the most important parts of this is how you structure that value creation, how you set it up to go to market and produce at scale. And that's why we're really excited to have a fantastic set of partners to be bringing this technology to market with, including top OEMs like Triton, where we work with Scania, MAN, and International, including working with Hyundai, and working with Iveco, another one of the major OEMs in Europe. So I get this question quite often of why do we think it's so important for us to be partnering with and selling to the OEMs so that they can integrate this into their trucks to sell to their customers, the fleets. Right? And there are a lot of great reasons why we think that's the right approach, but among them is that's how the value chain exists today, right? Fleets want to be buying from OEMs, and so by operating in this way, we can fit right into the existing models, how the value chain works today. Second is, I think some people don't always think about the fact that trucks have about a 1 million mile design lifespan. So there's a big difference between retrofitting a truck and demonstrating it can operate and designing and building a truck to last and operate safely and reliably for 1 million miles. Right? That's something that is a really important skill set that the OEMs have. And then third is this is a massive market, and a market where it's important to deploy at scale. And while you could retrofit a couple trucks or tens or even maybe hundreds of trucks, if you want to produce at scale, you need to design this to be built into factory-produced trucks that can be produced at scale. And so that's why we think it's really important and why we focus so much on trying to build a solid ecosystem of partners and have our OEM partners that we can work with to help them deliver these autonomous trucks to their customers. Now, an important part of how we've approached this problem is really, from the very beginning, looking at this as really a data and AI problem, rather than a classic robotics problem. Our view is that it really comes down to having a really broad set of experience and collect a lot of data to be able to build a reliable, generalizable virtual driver. And so our vision is to have a virtual driver that can really operate worldwide, can adapt like a human, and can reliably handle new, novel, and unseen scenarios. And so to do that, you need to be able to collect a really broad set of data, generally, and then you need to collect a lot of depth on any routes where you want to enable the autonomous functionality. And so you can see here, we have, I think, probably one of the largest global autonomous trucking data sets, right? Where we have over 5 million miles of experience in terms of the data and operation across the US, Europe, and other countries around the world, including Australia and Japan. And with that, we've seen all different types of road conditions, weather conditions, vehicle behaviors, different rules of the road, including left-hand driving. And all that feeds into having the capability to have a general virtual driver that will be able to handle new and interesting situations. Now, with all of this data, we've applied that to our advanced AV 2.0 approach, which is really focused around how do you build a system where you're replacing more and more of the code and hand-tuned logic with larger neural networks. So what you get from this sort of design is a little bit akin to what many of you are probably familiar with in terms of, say, the voice assistants you've used over the years versus what you see from ChatGPT these days. Which is that the difference there is really the difference between hand-tuned algorithms and really large neural networks that you're able to provide with large and diverse data sets to learn from. And so we have a system including a primary and a backup system that is largely built around this notion of having large neural networks that are able to process the data and make safe decisions, including using things like VLMs to give our system ability to reason about new and novel scenarios that it has not yet seen before. And then end-to-end systems that we call the reflex part of the system, which enables it to interpret and drive safely around basically perceive and react to the things around it in real time in a safe way. And so all of this technology goes into the overall system that we're building. Now, let me tell you a little bit about some of the recent announcements we've had. So one of the announcements we had just came out yesterday was that we've achieved driver out testing. Right? This was where we operated a truck with nobody in the vehicle for a bunch of testing, including MRM and fault injection and other testing at TRC in Ohio. So this is an important milestone because we demonstrated the ability to construct the comprehensive safety case to operate fully driverlessly, as well as put in place all the operational procedures for the sort of testing as we continue to grow and extend this type of testing going forward, and demonstrate the ability of our system to handle fault injection and different type of minimal risk maneuvers. So let's see a brief video of that now.
Plus is taking deliberate steps to deliver safe and scalable, factory-built autonomous trucks globally. The robot trucks are autonomously driven by our AI-based virtual driver, SuperDrive. No one in the cabin, sensors seeing everything around the truck, adapting and making complex driving decisions in real time. SuperDrive is trained to navigate hub to hub, anticipate traffic, and handle all scenarios on the road, including advanced safety maneuvers such as following a cone lane in a construction area and nudging for construction barriers on the road. When the unexpected happens, including fault conditions at the sensor, software, and vehicle levels that may affect the safe operation of the vehicle, SuperDrive's autonomous fallback system detects it and knows what to do. SuperDrive executes one of the minimal risk maneuvers, autonomously. Hazard lights are activated immediately. Signals come on, and the system looks for the safest way to gradually pull over and come to a full stop on the side of the road and wait for assistance. No driver, no remote intervention, just the vehicle acting confidently, with safety as its first priority. When it comes to SuperDrive, safety is tested, it's proven, it's OEM integrated. It's engineered for consistency, reliability, and durability. It's the future of trucking.
Okay, let me share a few more updates also in terms of some of our collaboration with OEM partners. So we're really excited about the collaboration we have with Triton, with Scania, MAN, and International. We're making fantastic progress in terms of developing this autonomous technology and readying it for commercial production globally by focusing on US and Europe. On the left, you can see here a posting from some of our Scania colleagues when they came and visited an international truck in Texas And it really, I think, showcases the truly international and global collaboration we have around this project. So let me show you a quick update in terms of some of the things going on there.
Hub-to-hub applications are a focal point for the future development of autonomous vehicles. For this purpose, 3 brands within the Triton Group formed a partnership with Plus in 2024. Together, we're developing solutions for Level 4 autonomous driving. Plus, Scania, MAN, and International are strategically positioned to create autonomous solutions that provide genuine added value in terms of safety and efficiency. Market-ready products are expected to be available soon in the US and Europe. Today, we're already conducting public road testing in Sweden and in the US, like this recent 170-mile hub-to-hub run in Texas, fully autonomous with superhuman awareness, accuracy, and reliability. The future of trucking is here, and it's autonomous.
And then another collaboration we're really excited about is this announcement with Hyundai that we just made this morning about the really important strategic synergy between their hydrogen fuel cell truck and the type of autonomous technology that we're building here. So there are a whole lot of elements to why this is such a strong strategic fit, but the 3 of them I wanted to highlight here is just first around the ability to reduce CO2 output. So one of the big advantages of a hydrogen fuel cell truck is the big reduction in CO2 that comes with that. And now with an autonomous truck where you can double the utilization of that truck, you can basically double the CO2 savings you're getting for each one of those trucks. Second is improved TCO. I talked earlier about the savings from going driverless in terms of the economic impact there. And now you can combine that with the fact that you can also dramatically increase the utilization. Again, doubling the utilization has a big positive impact on the TCO impact here. And then third, there's a very strong synergy to how you need to build an autonomous network segment by segment progressively, as well as how you actually need to build out a hydrogen fuel cell network sort of segment by segment as well. So now let's share a little bit more about that shared vision here.
Our world is a delicate balance of natural beauty and wild landscapes, bold progress, and human ambition. Every choice we make is an opportunity to shape our world into something better. By combining the best of hydrogen technology and self-driving technology, Hyundai and Plus share a vision for how autonomous hydrogen fuel cell trucks could drive demand for an autonomous freight network and supporting infrastructure. Hydrogen fuel cell trucks offer 0 tailpipe emissions, an impressive driving range, efficiency, ease of maintenance, and refueling speed. By supercharging hydrogen fuel cell trucks with self-driving technology, the truck's operating cost decreases, and this will go down further the more they're utilized. How? Start hub-to-hub deliveries using autonomous fuel cell trucks on busy, high-utilization routes. Add refueling stations to service the autonomous fuel cell trucks as more routes come online. This way, the stations would quickly achieve full utilization and move into self-sustaining profitability. Then, continue across the Sunbelt region, and from there, expand nationally. With that growth comes a network of supporting hydrogen infrastructure points of service. Once established, the fuel cell infrastructure can refuel autonomous trucks and other hydrogen-powered vehicles. This isn't just about using technology to make the world better. It's about showing how autonomous hydrogen fuel cell trucks can spark a future that keeps our environment green for generations to come.
So thank you all for joining today. I think we had a lot of exciting announcements. We look forward to sharing a lot of more exciting news to come in the future.